What's going on, guys? The Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Marvel 2025 set review. And today I'm reviewing the Avengers Age of Ultron Quinjet. This is at 76325, it ages 12 plus, has 1,131 pieces and 5 minifigures. I got this set at my local Sugar of Mills LEGO store 2 weeks ago, and this set costs $130 here in North America and around the world for the lineup. So without further ado, let's take a look at the minifigures. Here are all of the minifigures that you get in this set. Only 2 figures are exclusive and the other 3 are repeats. So we have our brand new Quicksilver minifigure, which you can see on the left side of the screen, and I'm so happy that they made a new one after 10 years. So I'm happy that he is back in the lineup. So very great figure, but there is like some issues with it, but at least I'm so happy that we have him back after 10 years later. And we do get a brand new Ultimate Ultron minifigure. He looks so good and accurate to the way he is in the film. So he and Quicksilver are the only 2 minifigures that are exclusive to this set because they are brand new. So I love the torso printing for Quicksilver, which is very accurate to the way it is in the film. I love the nice look for it. I wish they gave him like some toe printing to complete the look. The face is the issue that I'm saying because that doesn't work for him. It doesn't look like Aaron Taylor Johnson at all. They reused that headpiece for Eddie Brock and Buggy Barnes too. But the hairpiece is nice, but at least I still dig that. And for the other repeat figures, I did say there are 3 of them, and that is the Mark 43 Iron Man, Black Widow, and Hawkeye. So I'm just going to go quickly on them. So we do get the same version of the Mark 43 Iron Man from the last year's Infinity Saga set. So we have the same toe, leg, hip, and torso printing. The helmet's the same. And we do get that same Tony Stark face print once again, and he does come with the studs and the cylinders. Hawkeye is the same one from the last year's Age of Ultron diorama set, so we do get the same face, torso, hip, leg, and toe printing. I still wish they could make the face accurate to Jeremy Renner, but at least it's fine. But he does come with his quiver and his bow, and the hairpiece is the same one, but I wish they made it dark brown. Black Widow, that is the wrong suit. That is her Civil War outfit instead of Age of Ultron, so we do get that same face printing, the torso printing, the hip and leg printing, and we do get her widow blades, and we do get that same hairpiece. Ultron looks good since I love the printing for his toes, hip, legs, and torso, and even the face printing is nice, and he does come with that neck bracket piece, which is nice. I'm still glad they have that piece again, and I still like the design for Quicksilver. I wish they could fix up his face for the character itself. Now, spinning everybody around so I can show you what the back of the characters looks like. I'm not going to take off Hawkeye's gear because we already seen what it looks like. It's same thing with Black Widow's second face and even Iron Man's face print too. So we do get the same back detailing for Iron Man, Black Widow, and also Hawkeye, but we do get that nice back torso printing for Quicksilver, and he does come with a double-sided face, which you can see right here in that angrier look, and we do get the back torso printing for Ultron as well as his head. Let's take a look at the display stand. So the display stand is a pretty nice design, and the coolest part for it is that I love how they use these translucent jumper pieces to represent Iron Man, Ultron flying, and even Black Widow just dropping out of the sky from the jet and landing to the ground. So that is pretty nice, and I love how they added some studs to like display some minifigures on there, or recreating Quicksilver just running around town and chasing one of the Ultron sentries, or even Ultron himself. But yeah, I just love how they added that inclusion to the build itself. And speaking of Black Widow's motorcycle, before we take a look at the whole thing, let me show you what it looks like. So here's what the bike looks like. It is like another build that you get in this set. So we have the entire front part of it. We have the side of the bike with that sticker, and we do get the same thing on the other side. This is what the back of it looks like. And once again, they roll just like so. And as for those stickers, they remind me of the one that we've seen the crossbow set from Civil War back in 9 years, because it gives me like that vibes because of those stickers, and easy to snap it back on for that stud. Now back to the stand, I still love the design for it, and yeah, if you want to, you can display these minifigures if you want to with those 4 black studs on there, or you can position the flying poses for Iron Man and Ultron in a different way if you want to. And here we have that spot that you can display the Quinjet on. And I love how they added that rotatable piece, since I'm glad they added that, just like how they did with the Benatar set from 4 years ago. So you can't just like spin it around town, that we will get into later on. Now, take a look at the right side of the build. So this is what the right side of it looks like. So we have all the black bricks that you can see right here. We have some Technic pins showing like how it's all connected. So we have like the other angle with Black Widow's motorcycle, and also the other angle with Iron Man and Ultron flying in the air. So I love how they use those pieces to connect those parts, and that is just how it works right here. And spinning it around is what the other side looks like with a different angle. So yeah, as you can see, we have the whole thing that is connected to see how it works. And again, you can position them however you wanted to while you like display on your shelf, your dresser, or even on your desk if you wanted to. Now, spinning it around to the back, so we do get the same studs on the back of the stand. Like if you guys wanted to like position the stand, if well actually just put the minifigures on the back of the stand, you can do that. And you can also like do the other recreation parts for the build itself. And this piece can spin, but you can't do that with a Quinjet. That will show you later in the video. But yeah, I love how you can like display Black Widow's bike and also the other characters on the stand. That is just a pretty cool way. So here is the Quinjet itself, and this thing looks gorgeous. I honestly love this version better than the one that we've gotten from 10 years ago, which is the original version. But everything you see here is magnificent. I really love how colorful it is, because I love colorful things from Lego, especially everything else. But yeah, I just love the entire front part of it. So I did put it on the stand right before I start filming this footage, but yeah, I love everything you see here on the jet itself. I love that printed window piece, and we can't see Hawkeye through the window itself since I already put him inside of the jet. So I love the design for that glass piece. Like I said, it is printed, and it is the only printed piece that you get in this set, while the rest are stickers. So I love the color scheme for it with the red, the gray, and the blue, and some of the dark gray. And I love the design for the right wing and even the left wing, which is pretty good. So yeah, I still dig everything for this build right here. And we have those two fins in that dark blue color. So yeah, I love how well done this set is. And I love the Nexo 9 piece right there and everything else, which is really nice. I love the little notes for the jet itself, and it does look so freaking cool in my opinion. So spinning the Quinjet around if I can, there we go. And yes, you can spin it just like this. I didn't mean to flash out the lighting for the footage, but yeah, like I said, you can't spin the jet around like this, which is a awesome touch. And take a look at the right side of it. So we do get the right wing, which is a good design, and I love the stickers for it, which is so freaking cool in my opinion. So I love the stickers for the jet itself, and we do get those arrow pieces in white, and those stickers are like in that translucent look, since y'all notice like some of the bubbling look while I was putting it on the jet while I was building it 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it is a pain in the butt that it has like some bubble looks and some of my fingerprints and everything else you can see. Now spinning it around if I can, I don't want to knock this sucker off the ground, so I'm just gonna carefully do this. So yeah, you can't spin it around town. Take a look at the left side of the Quinjet. So we do get the same thing once again on the left side for the wing itself, and we do get Avengers logo on that piece right there. Well, the one on the right, which you can see right here, doesn't have that. Well, you already seen it, but still I love that logo itself. And yeah, that is what I'm talking about, the bubbling look. I didn't mean to tap it, I was supposed to point it, but yeah, at least it still looks pretty nice for the way it is. And spinning it around to the back, this is what the back of the jet looks like. I love those exhaust pieces for the build itself on the top part of the jet, and even on the left or right side of it. And I love how they use the coral pieces, which I can't see throughout those translucent blue chisel pieces. They look so good and representing like the engine parts for the jet itself. And I'm just impressed by it. They really freaking nailed it. And the top part of the battle extends with that excellent piece right there. And I love the design for the left wing, which is pretty good. And we do get the same design on the right wing. And yeah, I'm just impressed by it. And they totally nailed the design for the jet itself. So, and I am going to show you guys how you can access the interior for the build. So the cockpit itself, it's not attached to like any studs. It is really easy to remove. So you can remove it like this. And for that area, you can take it off just like that. And this is what like the interior looks like. So let me just focus on Clint. There we go. So we have the interior of the jet. So this is what the cockpit looks like. And it would have been nice if they add like a printed piece that says Jarvis, my co-pilot, on this side of the cockpit. That would have been very good. And I still wish they could do that since we've seen that in the movie, but I still wish they can add it to the build itself. And we have like a printed piece for the control panel, and we do get a sticker of like that targeting system in that translucent look. And let me just carefully do this, and we have a sticker of the actual scale of the jet itself, which does look pretty good in my opinion. I still love that sticker. And we do get another one that says alert, that shows Ultron on the screen, since we know like there's like an alert for it. And we do get like a couple of chairs that you can sit your minifigures on there. And yes, I did put Black Widow inside with her bike. And we do get like some storage for Hawkeye's bow and Black Widow's Widow bites. And also you can drop Black Widow out of the jet like how that happened in the movie, but you can open that part up. So easy to do that. You can't just like do it in that way that I showed you. You can't just open it up like this. And once you do that, she drops out. And I know that was a crappier look, but yeah, she landed on the floor, but I will get her after I film this footage. And once she's out of the way, this is what the interior looks like without Black Widow being inside of it with her bike. So we have some storage for her Widow blades, and we do get like a clip for Hawkeye's bow. And yeah, there isn't that much for the jet itself. And for the wings, you can fold them up like this. So here is one for the left wing, and same thing for the right one. So yeah, this is how it is when you do it like this, and I'm just overall, this is a pretty awesome set, and this is a great remake too. So I honestly love how the jet turns out, and it is way better than the original version from 10 years ago. Even that was a nice set, but I honestly love this one even more because how nice and accurate it is. And I love the display stand, and it's really awesome how they added those jumper pieces to like recreating Iron Man and Ultron flying around, and even Black Widow just jumping down on the ground from the jet itself. And yeah, I love the rotatable play feature, since I'm glad they brought that back, and it works perfectly for the build since they did the same thing with the Benatar set from 4 years ago. So I'm so happy that they brought it back for the Age of Ultron Quinjet. So I love how nice and colorful it is, and even the angles itself are pretty good. And I forgot to show you the stud shooters, and once again, easy to fire that out. And if you lose one, they give you like a couple of spare ones. But yeah, very nice inclusion for the stud shooters. And I forgot to show you that, since I do apologize about that. But anyways, everything else for the jet is still good. I love how you can fold up the wings for the left or right side of the build. And I love how they added that printed glass piece, which is pretty good in my opinion. So that and the control panel are the only two pieces that are printed in the set, since everything else on it are officially stickers, but they are pretty nice for the way they are. I love the fins and everything else. And I love how colorful this build really is. So yeah, it does look pretty good for the way it is for the set itself. And as for the minifigures, you do get 5 of them. So I'm so happy they brought Quicksilver back after 10 freaking years. So I still have the old version in my collection from the old Age of Ultron wave. And I love the torso printing. The hairpiece is nice, but the face printing sucks. I wish they could make it more accurate instead of just reusing that face painting from Eddie Brock from the Oscorp set and Bucky Barnes from that crappy Civil War airport battle set that we've gotten this year, well, in the beginning of this year. And some leg printing would have been nice, but at least he's still a nice figure. But I'm so happy they brought him back. And same thing with Ultimate Ultron. I love how great he really is, and they really made him officially accurate to the way he is in the movie. So they totally know the design for the printing for his legs, toes, hip, face, and torso printing. It does look phenomenal on the character itself, and that neck bracket piece is still pretty nice on him. Black Widow, Hawkeye, and the Mark 43 Iron Man minifigures are the same ones. I don't have anything else to say about them, but I wish they could give Black Widow her Age of Ultron suit that we've gotten from last year and 2 years ago. I don't understand why they gave her that Civil War set in the wrong movie. And I also wish they could replace the Mark 43 suit with the Mark 45 suit, because I feel like it's time we've gotten a Mark 45 minifigure for the Infinity Saga lineup, because it has been a while since we've gotten that figure, since in 10 years. So the Mark 43 figure is still a good figure, but they could just replace him with the Mark 45 armor. But that would have worked perfectly to complete the look. But at least it's not a bad figure. It's still a good figure in my opinion, but it's time to get a Mark 45 figure, because we needed that armor back in the Lego lineup. But everything else for the Jet is still nice. I still love the interior, and everything else looks so freaking great. And I still love the color scheme for it, and all of that looks pretty good in my opinion for the lineup itself. So I don't have anything else to say about this set, but I just thought it looks very glorious to me in my opinion. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the same button, and don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about the new Age of Ultron Quinjet for the lineup. I'll see you later.